Welcome to another exciting edition of the Beatcast. What is the Beatcast, you ask? Good question. The Beatcast is an interactive beat-making sample challenge brought to you by Mixwell Worldwide. All you gotta do is download the sample. It happens every other week at thebeatcast.com. You make your beat using any equipment you want. You have 1 week. You post it with the hashtag TheBeatcast on your Instagram within that 24-hour beat drop window. We all listen to them and enjoy, but then collectively we come together here live on the Beatcast with the actual beat cast. And with me as always, Aubrey Modium is Minda Modium. He's with me as always. That's my guy. We've been together since grade school. We've been hanging out. Grade school. We were 5th grade, I think. You might have been a little older. My man John Sandoval. Just a little bit. John's in here rocking the Beatcast hat that you can get. Hey, thanks for the bits. I appreciate that, Gamochi. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And my man, fresh back from Cancun, Shogun, looking a little sun-kissed. A little sun-kissed there. A little burnt. Yeah. Man, welcome back.
C burnt or C, I don't know. I'm trying to give it a nice title.
A sea biscuit?
Hanging out the side of a boat.
Yeah, I'm just fucking burnt. That's what it is.
Our angry AI is actually, the software was deleted. So he's not here with us this time around. He's dead to me, is what he is. No, he'll be back. He'll be back. Hopefully,
we were bringing him back up.
Yeah, I thought Cordic was dead. I thought I deleted that virus. He'll be back. You guys might notice there's some cool stuff going on. We have these cool little guys at the bottom of the screen. You can get those by subscribing. Your comment shows up, and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Is the chat showing up on the screen? I wonder. It is showing up on the screen. Do you guys see it on the Twitch screen? We changed it up a little bit because it's really hard to highlight that. So we'll just do it that way from now on. You can kind of see the chat there. Hopefully that's good enough for you guys to be able to see. Might have to darken it in. But welcome everybody for popping in. I see there's already a bunch of people here. Thanks everybody for the subscriptions. Keep in mind, and I'll say this at the top of the show, we get a lot of submissions every couple weeks when we do these things. It's like upwards of sometimes 50. Last season we would get into the 60s, I think. So what we do in an interest of time is we select at random. It's just completely at random. Our angry AI does it, and we'll play like 15 of the beats or so, right? But if we reach our subscriber goal, we'll go long and we'll play every beat that was submitted that week. So by all means, subscribe if you want to see them all. I think our goal is 30. There's a hype train that's already started. So you guys, 2 minutes left on that, and you can complete that by subscribing. So, but I wanted to say before we get too deep into it, while we have John here, because we have a special guest that's going to come in as well. John, some updates about the tape that we have coming out, the Beatcast Volume 1.
Yes, sir. We got the test cassette, as you can see right here. And on Friday, Al and I listened to it all the way through, front and back, and it sounds amazing. So crisp, very clear, a little bit of tape hiss. Yeah. It just has that classic sound. And we let the NAC know that we're satisfied with it, and it's off to the pressing. So now we're looking at like 2 weeks.
Nice. 2 weeks to get the tapes that'll start shipping out to everybody who pre-ordered.
Yeah, I see you got that Walkman too. You're
oh yeah.
Yeah, we hooked it up to the speakers. It sounds great, and we matched it against some other cassettes we have just to, compare and contrast. And we are very happy with it. What do you think, Al?
Oh yeah, it was cool just hearing it play back, like, because you never know what's gonna. I've been listening. I think we all have to digital, edited audio for so long now that putting on a tape, you listen to vinyl here and there, but you throw on a tape and it just get, like you said, that hiss, and like it brings you back into the pocket with that kind of that muddy low end to a little bit there too. It's like that very warm and comfortable sound. It's just something to it. Makes you want to go to sleep, put on a tape, go to bed, and hopefully you got the one that can flip it automatically for you.
Reminds you of riding a bus home from high school.
Yeah, dude. For me, it was walking. I had to walk 2 miles uphill both ways.
In the snow.
Barefoot.
The snowy Arizona winters.
Hey, you know what? Hey, like the funny shit about that is that I lived on 23rd Avenue in Indian School, and I walked to 19th Avenue in Camelback to catch the bus with my friends.
Oh, word?
To school. Yeah. So I walked like a mile and a half out of the way to go hang out with dudes just to catch the bus to school and back home.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a loyal
You're a
friend
dedicated friend.
right there. That's why we keep
Gift
you
and
on the
the
team.
Gift of
Yeah.
the curse.
And by the way, side note, Kordek gives his love. Now, mind you, because Kordek is gone this time, our angry AI is down. I got to run it all. So bear with me if I black out. I'm pushing a lot of buttons. So just like if I zone out, I'm pushing a lot of buttons. But I want to bring in a special guest, and then I want to go back around and talk to you guys what you've been up to as well. So, John, do you mind if I switch you out here? Is that all right with you? Okay. We're going to get back with you here in just a little bit. And I want to bring in a very special guest all the way from the other side of the planet where the water swirls down the toilet in the opposite direction. No one understands why. Their plugs are different. There's a lot of weird things going on in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Tatzumakiii.
Dun, 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 dun.
What up?
There he is. I got to give you the old traditional caca. the hawk back in the
tradition.
that tradition. The old.
That's the heart.
Was
the
that a
You're
Thanos cup there, or was that like a Krug cup?
Oh yeah, that's the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm missing a couple stones.
You need the rest of the
Gotcha.
stones.
Together.
Yeah. Who knows what those stones are? We don't know. No one knows. Tatsumakiii, how the hell have you been?
Been good, man.
You've been doing really well.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you've been killing it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm definitely trying to push it. That's for sure. And I'm
Yeah.
taking it very serious. So
Yeah, man.
It's showing, brother. It's showing. Like you're very active, and it's not like an active of just posting to give you props, because it's something that I lack that I need to like take cues from you is your interaction. Like you're just completely committed to like community, and that's real dope, man. I think that's very noteworthy.
Yeah, I see you all over the place, man. Like every competition, every battle, whether it's the ski beats or with DiBiase stuff, man, I see your name all over the place. It's like I know you're going to be on that, if I see it.
yeah.
How does that feel, man? How does that feel to be present in so many places of like coolness?
Man, you know what it is? I think I'm just I don't know, it's kind of I'm a bit like I'm hungry. I've always kind of had that attitude where if I'm into something, I like try to figure out what's going on and I just get in it, like even when I first came on to like, IG, like it's like nobody knew me yet, but I'm like, my ears are open. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, he's using this hashtag. What's that? I check that out. I'm like, oh, this is going on. Like even how I met Al. Al and Dom. Like I was on the koala side. But
Yeah.
They came over as guests.
Yeah.
Guest hosts, and like I was like, oh, really? They got something going on.
Yeah.
So that's my attitude. I came over here and started messing with y'all too. So
Yeah.
I like just getting busy, and anyone that's like-minded, like that's someone I want to mess with.
You know what's crazy is the last time, speaking of that, we had found you on the homie Remy's show, the Koala Beatcast. Shout outs to Remy and the Koala Beatcast. And you were actually, it was kind of wild. Like we had just started talking and you were talking about how you were literally on the run into the States for a specific charge. Let's take a look at that.
I was just going to say what interests the hell out of me is like you're originally from the States, right? And then you went over to, like, what's the story there? Like if you don't have to go into it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, just interested in how that happens. You know what I mean? Like Australia is far. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, I think I'm able to talk about it at this point, but I'm actually running from a case. Like there's a case in the state. Like, yeah, man, they try to pin me for murder and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and flee the country.
Damn. Are you serious right now?
Nah, I'm kidding, man.
I was gonna say, I was like,
That's fucking classic, dude.
Everyone's face, man.
That's hilarious.
That was the first moment that I was like, I think we fucked up. I was trying to keep it cool. I was like, I think we made a mistake.
I was just like, I just wanted to laugh. I was like, damn, really? This guy, interesting.
It's so nonchalant about it too. Yeah.
Because
I'm definitely a prankster.
That's some dope shit. 'Cause that's the shit I be doing. And I got called out about it 2 days ago and shit. I was like, why the fuck do you lie with a straight face?
Yeah.
Because it's funny that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, the delivery on that was perfect.
Things. Like my favorite thing is making people believe something that's so ridiculous. So anytime I have an opportunity where people don't know me and they get to know me, I gotta throw one of them in, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man,
Couldn't have had it any other way.
We peas in the pod, bro.
yeah, that's it.
Peas in the pod.
Unbeknownst.
I just told somebody that I was an Olympic swimmer. She was like, "Really?" I'm like, do you not see my body? Like, does this shit say Olympic swimmer to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's serious.
So interestingly enough, like, you know, diving into the music, your influences early on were old school NES games, right? And then like cartoons and whatnot. And so I remember you were talking about that on the last time we had you on. So like what are some of your favorite soundtracks from those times when you're playing those games? Like when you think back to, you mentioned cartoons as well, but like any cartoon or game that you really stood out to you were like, Jesus Christ, I want to find out who is the composer that made this.
That's a super dope question. Like, first taking it back to NES. I don't know if it's probably like, because you know back in those days you would go to like a pawn shop and you didn't see commercials or nothing. You just saw a stack of old NES games. You're like, yeah, I'll get those. They're $5, and you just ended up with whatever. Almost like record digging. And I end up with one called Eight Eyes. I don't know if anyone's ever played Eight Eyes before, but like, if you go to YouTube, just type in Eight Eyes soundtrack, you can just let that shit run. It's like a orchestral 8-bit, style, but it's like the melodies are just insane. Like if anybody wants to try and flip some stuff like that, Eight Eyes definitely. And then definitely the first one that pumps in my head, and somebody just shouted it out too, Chrono Trigger. That composer is Yasunori. I don't forget his other name. Are y'all familiar with Chrono Trigger?
Yes, that one I am. Yeah.
To this day, sometimes I still play those tunes. I flipped them a couple times. Like that's just an amazing like soundtrack, just music. And it's Super Nintendo, so it was like 16-bit. But those songs are just amazing. Like it's crazy. Yeah. So definitely those two, I'd say, are probably some of the most impressive that stick with me from way back. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Fly, dude. That's real fly. I can't front. I missed the. I played the games, but I missed the musical boat on it, and I found it interesting as I became friends with family to the show Mega Ran. That opened up that world to me. But actually, I'll take that back. I was in a group called Left Turns Only. Rest in peace, Chris. This dude DJ Tebdeck. I was the MC, he was the DJ and producer, and he was producing on I want to say it was Parappa Rappa that he was like chopping up stuff on.
Punch, it's all in the mind. Yeah. If you want to test me, I'm sure you're fine. Joint.
Exactly. Like dude was like amazing with this shit, and like I went to his crib and I'm like thinking like we finna get down. I got my MP and stuff, and he like pulls up the controller and just starts like game sounds and shit. I'm like, yo, this is happening and shit. And like, it was dope beats. And they were crazy. That was the first time I had ever seen somebody take video game sounds and make music with it. So, you guys being in tune to that shit, I totally missed the boat on it. And, to circle back and catch up with Mega Ran and find a whole community that was really vibing off that shit. That was just fly as fuck, man. Like, hip hop is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have some I gotta careful what I put. You have a follow-up question there, Bree? You want to throw in there?
Well, not necessarily, but
you
did like I do want to give you props, Tots.
Yeah.
You don't have a accent. That is so dope that you still sound like an American walking around.
Man, I think because that mainly would happen if I moved over as a kid. Cause a lot of people mention that, but like I'm just American as fuck. Like I'm never gonna sound like an Aussie. I might pick up the words. Like I'll be honest, I started saying bin now instead of trash.
Oh, put it in the bin.
Like word selection type stuff. I'll say bin. Like I picked up a couple stuff like that, but the accent.
That's colloquial shit. Like that shit like comes with the territory. That's right. Like here in Chicago, we call we don't say interstate, we say expressway. So it's like expressway.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be like a Midwest thing, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than likely, yeah. So
Yeah.
like expressway, pop, instead of a water fountain, you say spigot, like just random ass shit like that, you know. But yeah, I can vibe with that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
for
how?
you, man, like, sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it. You got it.
Okay, like a lot, like you think about that clip, like a lot has happened since that clip, music wise. It's like what,
Mm,
like you have like you've developed a fan base, you know, like how is that, you know, like how does that feel to have, you know, people recognizing your music and your sound and all that? I mean, that's got to be pretty cool, you know, especially in the short amount of time. It seems like you went from, you know, like doing the koala stuff, and then like all of a sudden you're all over the place, man. So how does
mm.
that feel?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was a bit shocked and stunned at first. Like when I really realized it, like I think when it really clicked with me was when I dropped like my first project, Walla. And like it's the first one I made. I've never had an experience of creating something, putting it on Bandcamp and being like, hey guys, here's a product I have.
Hmm.
That was my first time doing that. So I had literally no expectations. I didn't expect much. I was like, I didn't even hint at it till the week before. Like the week before, I just put out a little promo, a little clip of the song, and just said, "Hey guys, I'm dropping." And when I did that, like my jaw dropped because the amount of shares, like on
Yeah.
Twitter, the quote tweets, like what people were saying, like on Instagram, I was like, "What?" And then when I dropped it, like it kept going up. Like I didn't even realize it until then that people was really checking for me like that. So
You're like,
I'm
okay,
just
I'm doing
so
something
humbled.
right, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was shocked. So
I think it's
yeah,
the authenticity and like the unique sound that you
Yeah.
have. You know, you're a real artist. You're a real person. It's not like you're
oh man,
listening to something and being like, I'm going to do something like this. You're just doing your thing, and that's always going to like surprise and resonate with people, and it sticks. I mean, that was the thing that I noticed with your music. I was like, I hadn't heard anything like that. So one of the questions
wow,
from the
thank
chat,
you.
someone asked you, what was your 5-year plan?
Uh, 5 year. Well, the way I kind of see it, like, I don't know if it's exactly in a 5 year, but I
Hmm.
do see kind of like a plan. Like I see, I guess the shortest answer to do that, to kind of condense it, there's like a whole series. First off, I'm like creating, like, I'm currently have my follow up I'm working on, which I'm trying to make that like, it's so different. Like it's just I can't even explain it right now. It's like I don't think when it comes out, anyone will be able to compare it to anything.
Hmm.
So I'm really excited about that. But also in terms of just kind of me, I feel like because I'm a teacher by trade as well. Like I teach martial
Oh,
art
okay.
for a living, so
Hmm.
um, I have plans to kind of on YouTube. I want to start up, like breakdowns. I want to start teaching, workshops. I have ideas for like even like a podcast,
Hmm.
for like beat heads, just nerd shit. So I
Yeah.
definitely have a lot of goals I want to put into place, and I feel like the timing is right to start hitting a lot of it off. So that's probably the most condensed way I can put it. I definitely have a lot of plans of expansion for
Yeah.
sure.
Nice.
I,
Yeah,
I
because I
know
was
you're.
He didn't.
actually
He didn't mention touring.
Oh man, that's a part of it for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't mention it, but that's in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, because my question, like another question I had, with like your ultimate goal with everything, you know, it's like different nowadays because it's like beat makers aren't like usually it used to be your goal was, okay, I'm gonna make beats for this guy and this guy and
Yeah.
this guy. It's like now beat makers, producers, like we're our own little entity. So what's
Mm,
your, like you're talking about, you know, the different classes and teaching people stuff, but what is your
yeah.
ultimate goal? Like, is there some like holy grail thing that you want to do that's like, okay, I did this, I've made it, sort of thing?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like a visual I have in my head, because I'm like I'm a big proponent of like the LA beat scene.
Hmm.
Like Flylo, Rosh G, DB,
Yeah.
Sammy Yam, what all those guys were doing, and they kind of showed that like they brought hip hop into like the electronic producer together,
Yeah.
and so that just made us artists, whether it's just the music. So yeah, I have a vision of my head where if I would be like at Coachella or something like that, and
Gotcha.
people's there just to listen to my music. That's kind of what I see. If I'm able to just be like that, for sure.
Big ass festival. You
Yeah,
know what?
big.
Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned that because I think it was your last record. And I hope I pronounce. Is it Oala? Oala? OALA?
Yeah. I say like
It's
with
koala.
the W
It's
like
koala.
Walla, but Owala. A lot of people say it
Owala,
because it's
yeah.
like koala. So yeah,
I got
it all
you.
works.
That was a tribute to like the LA beat scene, right? Like that
Yeah,
was kind of where you
for
were
sure.
going with that, with the cats like Gaslamp Killer and all these other cats that you had. That is cool. That like now, is that your last record that you put out? That is the last one you did, right?
That's the last one that's kind of in my series. I did a collaboration that I see as like a side project with Late Bloomer, of course, that
Right.
Cosmo Font, kind of like the house oriented stuff.
Yeah.
But like Wallace kind of the first one that I put as a part of this series and I'm creating.
Are you
Yeah.
currently working on like a big project that you're gonna put out next?
Yeah, so basically the next thing is going to be kind of like a 2-for-1 because it's all kind of within the Dragon Ball Z Namekian theme.
Yeah.
And so Walla, that was the Majin Koala. It was like the koala in Kid Buu form, like
Yeah.
right here. Boom, it's modeled after this.
Okay.
Because this is basically a demon, so that's how it came out like a demon. Like those are all like battle beats. But this next one is a bit more R&B focused. And
Okay.
it's called Parunga. And Parunga, basically, that's going to be like an album in itself. But for those that put the money up and purchase that, it's going to come with the remix version called Guru.
Okay.
And that's basically the remixes of those tracks with flips and stuff like that. So that's like going to be like a hidden album. Only the real one's going to have Guru, the ones that put it up for the art. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 that I'm working on right now. It's going to be the next thing. Hopefully before the American summer, which is winter here.
Okay. Yeah, that's so weird how that works.
I know.
Let me bring in John real quick. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Ruben, I'll bring you back in just a moment here. Hey.
What's up, Tatsumakiii? How are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, the guys everyone's been touching on it. Everybody knows you are on such a roll right now. You're basically on fire. I mean, how are you able? Yeah. How are you able to stay so consistent and locked in on your craft here?
You know what? It's kind of a lifestyle to me. To be honest, it's not something that I'm forcing or doing. It's kind of like almost like I have to do it. And like if I'm not doing it, it's on my brain. Like I'm thinking about it. Like I'm like, I have ideas. So it's kind of like it's not something I have to force. Like, and I probably don't get to do it enough. It's another thing too, because we got life, we got kids, we got work, all of that. So when I finally do get a chance to where I'm doing something, it's like that's playtime. So it's it's nothing I have to force. Like this, I kind of have to do it. Yeah.
Nice, man. You were locked in, and everyone notices. I mean, the whole beat making community on Instagram, just everywhere online, people are taking notice. Because you have such a creative and a signature sound that is so listenable at the same time. Like, how do you maintain that consistency of being so creative? It's those three things, right? You're so creative, you have a signature sound, and you're very listenable.
Damn, well, that's dope. First off, thank you. And probably because like those three things you said, like kind of what popped in my head is every time I approach something new, it's always like I say it all the time, but I don't think people realize how much it's an experiment. Like every single time, like it's a blank canvas, like there's the pads, but there's no sound recorded or anything. I'm literally experimenting every single time. So like it could be, it doesn't have to be so crazy like, okay, what does Calvin Harris sound like making dubstep? Let's try that. It could be just as simple as like I've been listening to these tracks where they, or like how Dr. Dre or how DJ Quick was using his percussion. I was like, I've never tried percussion like that. I'm gonna try that on this one. And then the next one might be like, I've never tried a BPM past this point. Let me just see what happens.
Yeah.
Every single time I sit down, there's some experiment happening, and that's probably what keeps it fresh. Keeps me learning, keeps it sounding different and new each time because it literally is like. That's something I did. Like even the most recent thing I made, I could tell you right now what I was experimenting with.
Yeah. So with that, like, cause like what you just said is like, it's actually pretty dope answer. But like for your sound, how much is your sound being influenced? You know, because it has its own signature, it has its own identity. Like where is Louisville fitting, and then Australia
Mm,
fitting? Like how is like the influence in Australia? Because I mean, for all intents and purposes, you know, a lot of cats don't get a chance to see the other places in the world and see
mm,
how normal things are and normal, like, you know, urban culture might be. And like to think that urban culture in Australia is probably just as normal as London, uh,
yeah.
Italy, or America, Barcelona, or something like that. Those places are all
Mm,
really normal places, just like LA and New York and Miami or whatever. So
yeah.
how did your sound impact it in that way?
Mm. That's interesting. I don't, when you're answering it, I don't think that there's been a physical influence, like stuff that I hear and then put that, but it's probably more a psychological influence because, like, for example, in Louisville, a lot of people know the theme I use a lot is like Namekian. It's like the alien theme. It's like kind of out of this world type theme and visuals, but that's not just random. It's actually kind of more poetic because I've always felt growing up like an alienated, you know, like I
Hmm.
was the, like, especially in Louisville, you know, I grew up in a neighborhood where outside everybody was on the porch just playing Master P, you know, like head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's all they was playing, or like Cash Money, which I mess with that stuff too. But it was like I was in my room listening to Both Thugs and Harmony, you know.
Hmm.
And then when I discovered, you know, like Flying Lotus and MF Doom, I'm talking to all my friends and stuff. I felt like I was the only one
Yeah.
listening to that. But that wasn't going to change me. I was never the type that wanted to conform. I was like, well, I'm just going to be by myself
Yeah.
making this stuff. So I always kind of felt like an alien. And then here in Sydney, it's kind of like, well, now I'm even away from all of that. So I feel like I'm kind of just here, which maybe because I'm so away from a lot of things and influences is maybe why also I'm kind of more fine tuned into just my own world and what I want to do and the sounds I like and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe more psychological than physical
Speaking
the
of
influences.
psychological, like going off of that tip, and this might be we don't have a ton of time because I know you have to dip out at a certain point, but I wanted to talk to you about one of the things you said is that you use limitations to create
Mm,
something impossible instead of creating something possible without limitation.
yeah.
And can you expound on that? Like, I
Mm,
understand it harkens back to like people having the limitations of like the SB 1200. You only have so much sample time, so therefore you
yeah.
you have to sort of, it like closes the window a little bit, you know. So therefore you
Mm.
could focus on what you can do. Can you dive into that a bit? Your process with that?
Yeah, I've just found that I found myself being more creative the less that I had to deal with, and I had
Hmm.
to actually kind of problem solve and think, all right, I want it to sound like this. How can I do that? And like my experience with that was when I first started learning. You know, beat maker was on the machine. I started
Yeah.
as a machine aid,
Hmm.
and like I remember how it was laid out, and I had that system down pretty good. And then I experimented a little bit with Reaper. I was in DAWs and things like that, and
Yeah.
I went through a whole process till I just landed on like the SP44,
Hmm.
which a lot of people, you know, they like to. It's such a good performance tool. You know, you can just take your track you made at Ableton, throw it on a pad, and perform
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
But me, I liked actually creating in it, like
Yeah.
from scratch, like using resample, using the pattern sequencer in it. And you know, you only had 12 pads. You had a couple of these effects. There was no screen and no visual feedback. You just had to use your ears.
Hmm.
You had to hear and judge, and it's mono. You can't pan.
Yeah.
So the type of stuff I started to make, like I realized I was doing more creative stuff and actually finishing tracks. Like back on the machine and in the dolls, it was just little drafts. I never finished anything.
Yeah.
So I just realized that's how it worked for me, and it just naturally transferred. When I realized I could do the same shit on my phone, but even more,
Hmm.
it's like, well, it just kept evolving from there, and it just kind of works for me. Like whatever I was using or whatever I'm using, I'll probably try to figure out how to make it do what I want it to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just quick if it's like just so limited. I got limited options, and I can just try to be creative and make it do what I want it
There's
to do.
something to that limitation, even with the time constraints of doing these beat challenges. There's something about
Mm,
all of us as like musicians who create music in this way that having a timeline or having a limit or having limitations of what we can do, like as far as our equipment or whatever, it really benefits you. So if anyone's listening and you're like, man, I can't start yet because I don't have this, I don't have that, just use whatever you have, because you'll probably end up making something better than most of us if all you have is like a tape recorder or something. You know, you could make some shit with that, you know?
The best shit that I've made comes from, I made and I gotta dig this stuff up because this is some of the stuff I'm gonna release before the end of the year. But it's I made all of it on the keyboard, on the computer keyboard. I like made all the key sounds, and it's very different from the sound that I have now, the stuff that I'm doing now. But it was necessity. I was sitting there, all I had was my MP and my laptop. And you know, it was like I was making all of the beats in the MP, and then I was driving them all the way into GarageBand, and then, you know, because I was making the drums in the MP, and then I was playing instruments, you know, through GarageBand.
Yeah.
And it was so tedious, but at the same time, like every single night, I got off work, I got back home, drop in, and I fit because that was the environment. So for like you in that environment, I do want to give you more props though for being outside of your because you're an Aussie now, you know, you're an expat over there and whatnot. How is like adjusting to the lifestyle there, and, you know, being present there with the food, with, you know, how people interact and all that stuff? How is that?
Do you mean how has the transition been to coming here, or am I correct? Oh overall, the general stuff is pretty simple because it's not, you know, Sydney's a cool, like, big. I don't know if you've ever been here before, but it's a super cool city. Like, it's you know, it is one of the big cities. It has a lot going for it. It is, certain things are culturally different, and you know, there's always the little nuances and stuff that you realize you miss from back home. But other than that, like, if any of y'all come to Sydney, you'd fit in right away. You know, it's expensive as fuck though. That's the issue. It's like one of the top 5 expensive cities in the world. So that's the adjustment, if that you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, everything is just expensive as fuck.
Well, with that,
don't buy shoes here. Don't do that.
Don't buy shoes. In the interest of time, we gotta move on to the beats. But in a reminder, we're almost there at the goal. If we hit that goal at any given time, we'll play all the beats. But it looks like we're almost there at that goal. I think it's 4 more subscriptions. And thank you guys, everyone who subscribed, everyone who followed, everyone who donated bits and stuff like that. That shit's awesome. We appreciate that. And it's cool because you get ad-free viewing, so no more ads are gonna pop up. You get all the cool emotes, and you get the little hawk and the whole 9. But anyways, before we get into these beats, we typically highlight a beat each. So while I have you here, John, who did you pick this week?
This week I picked EXG, Eric Good Soldier, my man.
Yeah.
I love his rhythm. His chops are nice. And I was just feeling his this week. All of them were nice. Everyone really killed it. And I think the sample that Shogun picked was cool. It was nice. Soul, got into that soul, and EXG, I think that's his preference. So yeah. Nice.
Okay, that's cool. And as always, thank you for, what is that? You just subscribed. Thank you, Tatsumakiii. Appreciate that, man. Right on the show and still subscribing. That's awesome. As always, our beats this week and every other week are brought to you by...
The Beatcast is brought to you by Mixwell, the turntable and lifestyle brand going strong since 1997. MixwellWorldwide.com. 7th Street Media, digital solutions that connect with consumers. Beat Mecca Phoenix, showcasing and connecting music producers in the Phoenix metro area. BeatMeccaPHX.com. Grand Avenue Records, specializing in 7 and 12-inch vinyl records, CDs, tapes, gifts, collectibles, and more. GrandAvRecords.com.
Yeah, EXG always has that classic boom bap sound.
Yeah.
That shit is good.
Yeah. Really snap. Good job, Rocky. Also goes by Rocky, so don't be, hit him up as Rocky.
Those shakers and hats are bouncing. This makes it us.
my honorable mention.
Oh yeah, so damn good.
Always consistent.
Yeah, man, he's awesome. Well, thank you, John. I'm going to pull you back in possibly towards the end here. I appreciate you. Awesome, everything you're doing. By the way, the tape that we were talking about earlier, here's that art. There's the track list if you want to screenshot it. We're all like looking around the edge. You can screenshot it if you like. There's the tape cover art. A little sneak preview of that. You can also get at our merch store, you can get really high quality framed posters of this, which is kind of cool. There's only so many of those, though. Those things sell out. John, you actually have one in your spot from the first sample pool.
Yeah, I was going to grab it real quick.
Yeah, you're going to grab it?
Out of my reach, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't.
No, it came out nice. Very, very nice, actually. So it's cool. I copped this one because it was my,
the sample that you pulled, yeah.
Yeah. But,
that,
yeah.
I believe, is sold out now,
thing.
too. I think that's gone. Like, I don't think you can get those.
You can't tell. You probably can't tell, but it's high res. Like, it's nice.
Oh, yeah, the prints are really nice, yeah.
Yep. The frame is cool. It's solid. So, yeah, can't wait for that other one.
Absolutely. All righty. Well, I appreciate you, John. We'll pull you back in a bit. Thank you.
Good talking with you, Tatsumakiii.
Hey, same, man.
You got to jump on, man. Can't wait to hear some of these beats.
This next one, man, I'm gonna hop on.
All right, boss.
Yeah.
You're gonna like the next one.
Okay.
You're gonna like that one.
Nice. All right. So let's now RTC. Who did you pick this week?
So I picked RC Peters.
RC Peters.
He's I believe he was a newcomer. I wasn't familiar with the name, but yeah, the beat was dope. I loved. It had it's really like it had a dub. Like I'm a sucker for even with last week. With the beat I chose is like that. If you got that '90s down tempo like dub style feel, like I'm all over it. I'm a sucker for that shit.
Oh yeah.
And it was just I love what he did with the sample on this one.
Let me see if I'm pulling in. Hopefully, I grabbed the right one. Yep, this is the right
That's
one.
it right there.
I like this one too, man.
What's up, Strong Maurice? Strong Maurice is in the chat.
It just had that like it reminded me of like I said Massive Attack last week for the beat. The same thing with this one, like the Mad Professor remixes and No Protection. Like that's what it reminded me of. It had that little dub feel to it. Yeah, hopefully we'll see him coming back around for more.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting Arrested Development vibes, says Crash.
This really has like a really dope feel to it. Like,
Oh yeah, man. I dig that. Really cool. Bree, who did you pick this week?
I picked is Am Pablo going by Pablo Station now? Is that what he's going by?
I think so, yeah. He doesn't it's not and Pablo anymore. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, Pablo in general.
Yeah.
Like for me, Pablo killed it. I really don't. Last season, I wasn't listening to the songs before the show,
now you have to.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got an adjustment. That was the only one that slid through during the week, and I heard that, and I was like, damn, I gotta listen to this like 10 more times.
Yeah.
The shit was hard, man. I was like, yo, this
Check it
dude
out.
did it.
I always dig his videos too. The art, fucking cool, man.
He always has his vocal chop style. Always his vocal chop.
It's very melodic, that style he gets. I've heard him get that sound out of a few of these. Oh yeah, love it. The one I ended up picking this week was a newcomer, and there's something about this one that just resonated with me. It's like kind of gritty, but I think it was the bass. I got to hear it again to remember what it was that really caught me with it. But it's one of those things where I listen through and whatever speaks to me. And it's by UI. This cat's really good.
You were always around while I went through my changes.
Yeah, this is what surprised me when he hit it.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
It's that that thing, how he did that.
Yeah, this is the last one I listened to today.
And then these keys, right? This little melody. Uh-oh. Dude, love it. Was it getting a little stuttery there for a second for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might have been a connection or something.
Yeah, it might be a connection.
That dial up.
Got that dial up.
Hey, Tatsu, like what do y'all be eating down there? Like what's like for like what's the donut of Sydney?
Man, the donut, like that's the thing. They don't really have a donut culture like that. Like all the donut, that's what I know. All the donuts are like the same things. Like no matter where you go, it's the same thing, and they look like the Simpsons donut. Like it's actually pink. It's got the sprinkles on it. I'm like, when I first came here, I was like, what? They got Simpsons donuts? But it's like everywhere. It's at the gas stations. It's Krispy Kreme. It's at the bakery. Like. So yeah, they don't really have the culture for donuts like we do in America, or probably Europe too. I don't know.
There is no donut culture.
Yeah.
What about the fast food?
The fast food, hey, it's not like it's literally only McDonald's, KFC, and Hungry Jack's. That's it.
Hungry Jack's.
I don't know Hungry Jack's.
Yeah, it's actually Burger King basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's gross. Got him.
But that's it though. You know, like in America, we got mad options, which isn't good, I guess. But here, like that's the only ones that got through. You know, it's 3 fast food options.
Those are the ones that snuck through.
Yeah.
That's what I saw like in Europe a lot, man. Like where it was like, nah, we eat our own shit. Like,
yeah, exactly.
We eat our own shit.
Yeah,
that's their slogan. We eat our own shit.
Yeah,
we don't need
definitely more like cafe and restaurant oriented.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're eating better than us, basically.
Everyone is.
Dude, like the corner shit in Barcelona was like 9 times better than anything regular shit. Like I had the best pizza at a I want to say it was kind of Panera of Italy. Like the shit, we was at Pompeii. Not Pompeii, I'm sorry. That's another place. Well, the Leaning Tower, Pizza. We was in by pizza.
You're all pizza.
And I got pizza, and that shit was fucking amazing.
No, I'd say when I was in London though, I had the worst pizza I've ever had. Like,
that just sounds like
slice of bologna on a fucking pizza. Like, yeah, couldn't get into that shit.
Pizza's hard to get wrong too. Like,
yeah,
exactly. You think you'd be safe, man, but no, they fucked it up.
I got a pizza problem. That's a serious issue. I'm gonna keep it running as we can continue to chat. This, I believe, is another newcomer. I hope I'm not wrong. I'll tell you who this is. This is the Jalinga. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Right? The Jalinga.
Yeah, this reminded me of something like Exile would do.
Yeah, dude, that's true.
Yeah, they got that blue in Exile.
Like the Eminon days.
like the beat better when it do dance.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, right. You like it, I like it too.
Pro tip: you guys should put your name right in the beginning, like some of us do, because then you get your free promo there. Then I don't have to look it up; you can just see who it is. Just saying, a little tip.
The people get down when they're doing beats like that, like more power to them. Like when I
Pull
was
out the
doing beats,
guitar
that
and-
guy
yeah.
just stood there. Yeah.
He grinds. He's very experimental. He does a lot of real experimental stuff.
This is more bread, less art, I believe. Or he grind.
I've never seen anyone play with a crush like he's playing with a big crush throughout the track.
This is someone who definitely took the sample and just reworked it and did his magic to it, man.
Chopped it up.
Yeah.
That shit's dope. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm looking forward to these workshops for the, fuck, what am I trying to say? Koala sampler, because I got to learn how to fucking do this stuff. There's some really cool shit you can accomplish with those.
I don't want to. I'm buying another piece of equipment. I can't commit my emotions to all these things.
You got to spread it thin. That way, it tears.
Just a tear.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tatsumakiii, do you have plans on getting something else beyond like adding on to Koala or doing this equipment wise?
I sometimes I kept feeling like that, and then I just realized I just might never need to.
Yeah,
the way they keep doing updates and stuff, it's like I probably won't ever touch anything else.
Gotcha.
Damn, they got
Makes
you
sense.
in. That's good.
However, if I win Smack Pack, because I'm going hard for that, if I get in the final 8, and if I win, the prize is the 2400, the SP 2400.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Pilot instrument. So
Mhm.
if that happens, I'm definitely on that.
Yeah.
I think Meaty has one of those. Mediocre he's pulling out some.
I think
really
he
good
actually
music.
had. Oh no, he did because he had the original ad. I remember him talking about he ordered that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, they're still a little bit hard to get, aren't they? Or are they okay? They're easy to get now.
I think he's on track now as far as getting orders out. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I've been watching it because I was thinking about it not too long ago.
Nice. Very cool. This is
It's epic.
Epic Music. And again, these are all chosen at random by the AI. Uh-oh.
It's that classic bass hit right after the kick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's real nice when it's done right.
Doo-doo. Love it.
Nice.
Man, Epic's good, man.
I need to get
Yeah.
more like paying attention to that because I do pay attention to that stuff,
Mhm.
but I forget how classic some of those like stabs and things are.
Yeah.
Of like the because I didn't think about it. It was something like you brought up a while ago, Al, about when you chop a sample, you chop it at the kick. It's either at the kick or at the snare, one or the other. And I think it's at the kick. You chop a sample there, and the sample sounds better. And like I hadn't like.
Oh,
I
you
knew-
mean like to the just like yeah, just that's like a really easy way just to chop it up and get it to land the way you want it.
I have been doing that, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh,
so
I
it's
see.
like when somebody tells you what you're doing, it's like, oh, you're walking straight up. Like, oh, really? Damn, didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like you can do that, or of course, if there's little bits and pieces that you want to grab.
Micro
Sometimes I'll
chops,
mess
yeah.
with that. Yeah, like little trills out of it or something like that. Here goes Tranzo. DJ Trenzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was expecting a lot more straight up boom bap like this with that sample I pulled, but yeah, there wasn't as much.
Yeah.
Because I expected a lot more of just head nod, soul sample,
I tried not to because I didn't want to be in that
that round.
Yeah, I was like I was really trying to like rebel.
Yeah,
because I knew it was like not easy to do, but like a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
man.
dope. Yeah,
Nice vibe.
That's
It's got
dope.
that classic vibe to all of his
Like
music.
that's exactly what when I pulled the sample. It's like that's exactly what I heard when I heard the sample of something like that. It was dope.
Do y'all play all the tracks now, or is it just like randomly?
So the tracks are just randomly we highlight, about 4 of them, and the ones that stuck out to us for that week, and then they're randomized by Cordec. He puts this randomizer on them, and they shuffles them, and he just numbers them, and then we play only like 10 or 15. Because it gets, it can get a little long in the tooth. However, if we meet the subscriber goal for that week, and I think we're 2 subscribers away, then we play them all, And of course, if you have to dip out, that's okay. We understand you're on a time constraint.
Yeah. Oh no, I still
Skolezi. Or Skolezi. Yeah, this shit's tight, dude. Yeah. Dystopian as fuck. Crash said.
One of those heavy Moby tracks.
Hell yeah.
Just kill you with some bass right there, man.
Yeah. RTC, is it okay if I bring in John for a few as well? Yeah. So we'll switch out for a little bit here. Bring John back in. Let's keep it going. That shit was tight. It's your guy. Tried to go low and slow this season. There's that.
Was that texture on a break? Like that hiss? Is that from a break?
That hiss is actually from the record itself, this week's record. Which, by the way, I gotta remember to do this shit. I keep forgetting. We're listening to the samples from 5.8, and the record that we is RTC's pull this week. It was by the Dells. I Can't Do Enough. So that's the record. I gotta remember to do that at the top. I gotta write that in the show notes.
I like that tempo, well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to slow it down. And yeah, that hiss is actually just from the record itself. And this is the first one that I messed around 3-4 different tries, and I kept like the 5th, And it ended up being the needle drop where he dropped it. I just kind of played it in like, rhythmically. And it is what it is, Good times on that one. Here goes our guy Remy. Thank you guys in the chat. I appreciate that.
A lot of boom bap off this sample.
Yeah.
Will take a lifetime to undo. Will take a lifetime to undo.
Yeah, he did a good job breaking in this vocal for sure.
Will take a lifetime to undo.
That sounds like you, Aubrey, saying that line.
This one?
No, I don't know what's gonna play it again now.
Like his actual voice doing his
Yeah,
thing?
it sounded
yeah.
like he was saying that line. Like
He was.
I don't know what to say.
You ain't going nowhere, woman. Or whatever you said.
Heavy Mid says he heard it too. He's like, yeah, I heard that too. How you doing on time? You good on time?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You
Like,
still okay?
I've got like another 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. I think we actually might be able to fit it in. Speaking of Bree, it's just the way the cookie crumbled there. There it is.
I like it when it takes me a second to catch. I had to
Yeah.
figure out what's...
Yeah, it's got a retro vibe.
Yeah.
This is the part I wanted to come back.
Hell yeah, man.
That's the sample.
Was that the sample, that little melodic sound, that bing, ding, ding? That's
Yeah.
like how you did that.
So how it starts off, how it goes straight. I chopped it and then played it backwards.
Okay. Cool.
Straight. And then at the end of it, that's when I like actually added some vocals or some shit.
Yeah, I dig that retro sound.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just trying my hardest, living this life.
So a gift of subs just came in, so we've reached our goal, which is cool. So we'll play all the beats. And Tatzumakiii, I understand if at any point you're like, I gotta go, I got shit I gotta do.
No, that's not even what I was asking. I was just curious because I remember the first one back, y'all were talking about trying to figure out what the format is gonna be.
That was the main thing too, because we would run into like 50 beats, and the show would be like it'd start to get like 6-7 hours long, But here we go. Who did that? Gold man. These shirts, this is cool. Messi got this one for his son. That's the Beatcast all over print.
Did you switch it up?
I haven't done the baby ones yet. I gotta do it. I've done a lot, but not that.
But I'll stand ready. But I'll stand ready. But I'll stand ready.
You know what I love about this is that with this sample, like, you got so many different sounds out of this. Like,
Yeah.
you're not getting the same thing over and over again.
A lot of variety.
But I'll stand ready. But I'll stand ready. But I'll stand ready. But I'll stand ready. But I'll stand ready.
Hell yeah. Good shit, Messy.
Nice work, Messi.
Check out Messy stuff too, man. He put out another, like, a record not that long ago, Mescal. You could find that.
Yes,
Just,
yes.
yeah, go
Caught
check that out.
That shit was nice, man.
Cool.
As usual, hard drum.
I really like this guy's stuff, man.
Boom clap. That's Koala family right there.
That dude,
Yeah.
he's good,
Boom
man.
clap. Yeah.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of different styles too.
This I can hear like De La Soul on this.
You want me to call
I
him?
can hear him perfect. Yeah, call him, dude. Call him up.
I can hear Al on it right now.
Oh, word.
Let's go.
He don't
Okay.
rap, though. He
There's a
don't
rule
rap.
against it.
Microphones.
Yeah, this is that. Feel good. Feel good.
Want me to call him?
Yeah, it's got that swing. Going in on the sound bites too. That's something
Yeah.
I've always wanted to explore more. Maybe I'm just a bit lazy, like getting all the little sound bites. But I love when people use it. Like,
Yeah.
Me too, man. I echo that sentiment, man. I'm hella lazy in it. I'll record shit and then just like not
Yeah.
put energy into chopping it up at all.
right.
Like, I
Like
got some damn.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Noctimus. He'll do that shit real slick. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he is really good at that, isn't he? You just maybe, yeah, it's that, man. Yeah, he's really good at that shit. Garrison Jones.
this one like was real. I really dug it.
Heavy Mids, I See You. That was on my last channel. I can't rap on this channel. Nobody wants that. What's up, Terrence?
Baseline. I brought it together right there.
Same Revenant Street.
That might be
Garrison's
my favorite
good.
so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Garrison
I
is
mean, he is
amazing.
like the shit he does, man. Like it makes me want to come out of retirement and rap, man. My 20-year retirement.
Yeah. It makes me want to come out of my 45-year retirement.
Pick up a microphone and be a middle-aged rapper.
Yeah. You can do it.
I did not know what that was.
I hope that's appropriate.
Somebody eat a chicken wing.
This is New Rudist.
Shout out to Rita.
Rudist.
Nice
Nice Rudist.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Shit's
was
tight.
him.
Oh, yeah.
He's came a long way, man. He contacted me like way, I feel like early in like his little journey. I was still early in his little journey, and like we kind of went back and forth. And he was just someone always trying to learn and Like he's real hungry to try to like learn and improve.
Yeah. Yeah, he does a lot of like
he-
live drum sampling and shit like that as well, doesn't he? Like I'll see on his thing
Yeah,
where
he's into
he'll
that.
go through like thousands of sounds with the live
Yeah.
kit. Real quick, I want to remind everybody that we're sponsored by a lot of awesome companies, but one of them is Mixwell, the turntable and lifestyle brand, going strong since 1997. And they're cool enough to give away a free package every show. And we switched it up a little bit. Now, all you got to be is in the chat. So if you're in the chat and active within the last 5 minutes in the chat, just hanging out naturally, you have a chance to win. It's going to be chosen within the chat at random. So just want to throw that out there. Just keep that in mind as we continue. Zilla Beats.
Zilla's the beast.
Zilla does this thing.
This is so good, dude. Uh-oh.
I almost picked him again this week.
Everything stopped. I remember this happened a long time ago to us, and Kordek was in the background to help. Alas, he's not here right now.
So, Tots,
So remember when
they got mustard in Australia?
We need to do the food podcast next time. Be hungry.
There
Yeah,
you go.
man. When you jump on my shit,
Yeah.
we got to go down that whole rabbit hole.
I'm with it.
Let me see if this works, though. No.
I'll say that the Thai food down here though is like it's legit. Like 'cause it's so close to Thailand, the Thai food is legit.
Hi, I'm Leo. I'm not gonna make it for fourth. Check this out.
We'll come back to Zilla. Jesus. This is insanely good.
This shit is nice.
This is 230. Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is Leo. Yeah, 230.
Yeah. I like how it uses distortion.
Is Leo 19 yet?
I think he might still be a kid, dude.
That kick pattern is crazy.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the dope part of like this is one of the dope things about because I mean it's dope to see everybody's journey, you know, and where everybody comes from and like you know where they evolve and all that shit. But like to catch a cat that's like in his teens doing this shit when like we're all like
He's a teenager?
He
Yeah,
was at least
yeah.
last season. He might be an adult now. Probably.
no he's 18. He's 18 now.
Is he
He's
18 now? Okay.
Wow, I
Yeah,
didn't know
but he
that.
was 17 when he jumped down.
He might have
So
been
it's
19, but his mind was older. You know.
Is that
Mobb Deep.
how you rationale?
Mobb Deep. Yeah.
Oh,
Mobb Deep.
Okay.
I think we got Zilla set up. I have a workaround. If this stops again, I'm sorry, Zilla. Oh, he just said he's 20. He goes, I'm 20, so. They grow so fast. That's so true.
I like the video, man.
Yeah.
The damn synth, man.
I wonder if Zilla played this on a guitar.
I hope he did, dude. Terrence. It cut out last time because you broke the internet.
I didn't expect the second section.
Yeah.
It's like scenes in a movie that just changed and shit. You like, oh, I'll keep watching.
Love it.
Wait till you hear his track on the cassette. It's crazy good.
You know whose
That
track is
classic
great on
Zilla.
this cassette?
What?
Mine.
It is.
Oh, it is good, yeah. Weird flex, bro.
Weird flex, bro.
This is Kubaru, I believe, or Kubaru. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice vibe.
Who was that again?
Kubaru, it's like cube, ROO _ I believe. Taco Nut.
Do y'all think who is this?
What's that?
What about who is this? Y'all remember who is this?
Yeah, I do remember who is this. I haven't hasn't reappeared yet.
All right.
Do you know who this is? The way you're laughing.
No, I don't. I just remember it was always crazy. Like the beats were always so crazy.
He's still a mystery, and his music's
Nobody
amazing.
knows who it was.
Yeah. There was a theory that it was Dom, but I don't think so. You know, and
No, he was too candid.
and there's certain terminology he used that I know Dom wouldn't use, but he
yeah, right.
Dom doesn't have the
He
pass
fit into a certain box, so
different. Yeah, check the different box, and he did do like a thank you at the very end of the video, like the video thing, like the wrap up, the shout out. He's in there as a little secret if you can find him. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, if you go
he
to
had a mask or some shit on, didn't he?
Yeah, he's wearing a mask. Yeah. And he literally said, he's like, I think it's funny that you guys will never know who I am. And he's right. Still don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. This is Paco Nut. Yeah, it's Ninth Wonder or some shit. Oh, thank you, Beat Band. I appreciate that.
Looks like a Reaper.
Uh-oh. Nice. Slow and soulful. I'm digging that.
I thought you were gonna say sultry. I was like,
Slow and sultry.
that's weird.
Paco. He's on the cassette too.
Yeah, he is. Time to upgrade that dial-up. I'm running like way too much shit at once right now. I believe this is Rock Replay. See, it's doing that thing where they just randomly stop like this, which is unfortunate. But we are getting a piece of the beat.
Yeah, check Rock Replay's interview also posted on the Beatcast.
Yeah, the interview
That was a good one.
You do a good job of those, John. You're good, you.
We're trying.
I like that.
Yeah, shout out to I like a lot of the moves y'all making.
What's that?
Sorry.
Oh no, you're okay.
I'm just saying, I like a lot of the moves y'all are making. Like I see all the little the modium philosophies like
Oh, yeah.
interviews.
biographies and stuff. Yeah, it's
The
cool.
Wednesday
So I think
Wisdoms,
it's gonna grow the community for sure.
Trying to diversify the portfolio, you know.
Yeah.
I believe this is Murder Music.
Glad someone grabbed this.
Oh yeah, man. That's a piece that I expected to hear more people grab out of that sample. You know, that
Yeah, that was the sound that I avoided, like the plague. I was
yeah.
that's when I thought that everybody would go to.
Deep in my heart, I
This was a really good one too.
know the Lord has blessed me, for He has caused my foolish heart to see.
Love it.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I
Different
like
for
the-
LP.
Yeah, I like that BPM and those kind of drums for him. I mean, he's dope with the trap shit too, but I like
yeah.
hearing him in the other aspects as well.
Mhm.
Like he's
Yeah.
dope.
His hi-hat work is always what stands out to me. Here we go. Check this out, John. You grabbed that piece, by the way. Nice. Messy, my man crush. Yeah.
Big ball.
Oh, thank you, 508. What's up, Dose?
How many versions of this do you have, John?
3. I sent Al an early one just to chop it up, you know, and didn't go with I like this one, so went with it. But yeah, it was my third one.
When I hear it come on, I hear that. Hey,
I watched John make something absolutely mind numbingly dope as fuck,
Yeah.
and then go in a whole different direction. I was like, whoa, you fucked myself up.
It's like watching Bob Ross, and then they stop and still make a cool painting. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, totally the same shit. Like, whoa, you just
nice pick, Sugar.
I love that part of the process. Like if you stay open to it, like what you said John was doing, it's like, you know, if you're just staying in tune, I think a lot of people, the first thing they're making, sometimes you fall in love with that and you're attached to it. And you feel like that has to be a part of it. Whereas me, I could spend an hour on something and then it hits and I'll delete that whole shit and just start going on this new inspiration.
I kind of like, that's kind of like the steps that I take. I'm like, I'm going to not like this at some point. This is going good. And then it turns and it's like, all of that got to go.
Got to practice non-attachment, you know? That's the key element. Sure. You know, attachment is pain. Pixter. Hey, John, I'll switch you out with Shogun a little bit. Hang out, though. is the shit.
The beat that sparked our heated conversation before the show.
Yeah. Nice.
Fucking dope.
Love it.
Well,
Pictures
well,
amazing.
Hey, y'all, I gotta start preparing to start the day. You know,
All
it's
good.
like Monday afternoon. It's still grind time over here, so
Yeah.
I know y'all chilling.
Hey, get it in, man. Get
Totally
it in.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you hanging out and making time. I know the world's completely flipped around over there. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you getting up extra earlier, you know, to do this. And by all means, take a second and let us know where everybody can find your stuff and what they should look forward to.
Oh yeah, man. Pretty much, Tatzumakiii. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter. If you want to listen to the music, check me out on Bandcamp. I am on Spotify, but they get the limited version. You hit me up on Bandcamp, you don't get the full project, the goods, and yeah, man, look out for me. I'm cooking a lot of marvelous fly shit, as Raekwon the chef would say. So stay tuned.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Hey, good look on that Smack Pack one, man. Get that.
Thanks,
yeah.
man. Yes, sir.
Bring that belt home. Bring that belt home.
We working.
All righty, man. We'll catch you soon. And
All right,
this
thanks
will
for
be up
having
soon enough to share around as you like. And
Easy.
check everything out with Tatsumakiii. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for
Yes,
joining us,
sir.
man.
Pleasure.
Thank you for joining us.
Nice. Get John back in here. And let's continue. We only have a few more beats left with it in this from this week's. There was 33 submissions overall, and we're down to the final few. Keep in mind, stay in the chat, stay active in the chat, and when we do the randomize, I'll just throw it in. There's a command I throw in the chat, and it'll pick a winner for the Mixwell Care Package, which is coming up in just a moment. Enel Revon.
Consider this significant, obsidian, not frivolous. I'm sniffing out the middlemen while introducing eminence. Living in the moment, delivering an omen. Swim at your own risk, but don't litter in my ocean. A legacy cemented in a concrete forest. These tourists keep claiming it does not seem sorted. Enemies remain close to start friendly competitions. Sticking to a post, but I'm in tune with quantum physics. This ain't no smoke and mirrors, though I listen to Houdini. I see things so much clearer, it just took a little cleaning. These hands are far-reaching, nothing is untouchable. It's wonderful how my whole wave is flooding homes. Casually skywalking, I'm more than a slight problem. When orbits defy logic, I'm forced to apply common. Dirty liars won't prosper, yet they never stop trying. These bars give me life, but that don't mean I'm not dying.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking love that. That was cool as hell.
That was nice. Did he do the MC last week also? Was that him?
That may have been. Yeah, he did a good collaboration.
Someone had an MC jump in, and that was nice too. But
I know he's in the chat. You got to tell us who that is. Is that the same cat or a different dude? It reminded me of the old ciphers at 24/7 on Melrose back in the day in Cali. That style. It kind of reminded me of Subtitle. You guys heard Subtitle rap?
Yeah.
That dude it's like this like conscious stream of thought sort of thing. Here he goes. That was Prot. Oh, that was Prot last week that did the.
okay.
Oh yeah, he had the guy.
That's right.
North Carolina cats.
No, I want to hear more MCs. So if you guys get MCs jumping on your beats, yeah, that's nice. Let's hear
Keep
it.
in mind, you can do that. Yeah,
I don't know any rappers.
They're all gone.
We all get Al on our beats.
Yeah,
like that's like the closest I get to a rapper. Like I don't have any rap friends. Like
I got to do 33 16-bar verses.
No, let's just do. Let's get the whole Terrence, wholesome.
Oh yeah,
thing going on.
Terrence up here.
Yeah.
Speaking of MCs, maybe after these beats play, we chop it up about the new Kendrick album.
Oh, okay, shit. I haven't heard it yet, but
dude.
You did remind me of something though. Mega Ran has a song that me, him, Lost Perception, and another cat did called "You Died," which is about this game called Elden Ring, which just went live on the 13th, I believe, on his Spotify. So you guys could check that out. So if you want to hear me rap, it's been a long time. Potato Moons.
Eerie.
To show I love you.
Damn.
Enough to show
56 BPM. I would even.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit is just.
It's like
It's insane.
Dig it.
Walla Walla.
I thought for a moment that was him doing that, you know, Campy, like singing for a second, because Campy's in Potato Moons. But it was not. Alas, it was not. That was dope. Dig that. Here goes Jelts.
This was dope as hell. Nice
Very
and slow,
moody.
too. Yeah.
Eno Revon, that was you rapping?
I think that's what he's saying.
That shit was good. Oh shit, this is tight. Damn, dude.
I like that little distorted, a lot of symphonies.
Yeah. Damn, Jones. How dare you? That was good, man.
That's
That was good.
Yeah.
That's stepping into another place, nice and slow, and
That was like grown up, you know? Very adult. I like that.
Beats for adults. That's what we want.
Beats for adults. Yeah, that was, he says, Revad said that is him that was rapping on that shit. That was really tight, dude. Really good. Lyrics and the delivery.
I wonder, is that a Dover Lane reference?
It is. Dover Lane
Gianno.
backwards. Gianno.
Jono living that fly life.
Father of 4 beats from Jelts.
That's sick.
Fucking love that.
He's so consistent. I mean,
Yeah. He's got that gritty, like, East Coast vibe to all, his delivery of his production. Love that shit.
I want to hear more.
Heavy Mids. Shout out to Heavy Mids, by the way, who dove in and first off reached out a long time ago, asked me, can I help out? And helped out and grabbed all the beats this week and then compiled them into the wrap-up video you see on YouTube. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Nice.
Yep, your gift is in the mail.
Your gift is in the mail.
Yeah, thank you.
What did you see in
Oh, shit. It's another
The
adult one here.
wrong I can't undo. What did you see in me?
Drop some bombs for Heavy Mids.
The wrong I
Gonna take the bag
can't
down.
undo.
Yeah, nice with the drums.
Yeah, and all those little elements going on in the background too.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Did your thing, sir.
That's
Hell yeah,
contemplate life beat,
Yeah.
thinking about life.
This type of shit will make you cry.
I'm
not crying, you're crying.
I was in the car earlier and shit. I was like,
Crying?
like single tear.
I love the way you finished it. Crying? You broke weak for a minute? It's okay. We all do it. There's a lot of... I can't listen to stuff with lyrics in it, especially if my kid's around, that I start crying. I'm like, God damn it. You're right. Wu-Tang isn't anything to fuck with. Soft Cannibal is awesome, man. I love it.
Fingers and toes, man.
We were just talking about how good his submission for the tape is, too.
I was liking that hi-hat.
Nice little groove. Playing with my emotions though. He's got that little drum fill that comes in. You think it's going to get the double time?
Yeah.
After the halftime fill still.
Pulls back in.
Keeps back. Yeah.
That was one of my favorites.
That was
Shit
dope.
fucking tight.
I think he's
Well,
playing the bass live on that.
Oh, is he?
I think he recorded bass over it. Yeah.
Nice.
If he's
Well,
in the
we're-
chat, yeah.
We're down to our final two beats of the week. So, and then we're going to pull the winner for the Mixwell thing. And before we get into these last two, I just want to say thanks for everybody for hanging out. Honestly, all these subscriptions, the bits, the follows, and just participating in this whole thing with us this whole time. All the merch purchases that have been going on. We love it. And it's like, you don't have to do that. And it's like you're voting with your wallet. We really appreciate that because we kind of just do this by the seat of our pants. We just pull it together and try to make it happen. So that support's heavy. And
without support from viewers like you.
Exactly. Like truly viewers like you. And so if you can, I just want to, before we get into these final two beats, by all means, if you can tell a friend, that would be great. Like if at the end of this 24 hours later, we'll go live on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. And you can find all these links, by the way, at thebeatcast.com. Grab that and just like go into your like threads and be like, you guys should check out this cool project my friends are doing. Because without that expansion, we can't really grow, Like we don't want to stagnate on the vine. So if you can share us with a friend or send it out in a, any kind of an email list that you have, beyond thankful if you could do that. And before we, with that being said, let's get into this next beat by Prot. Thank you, Vargas. Appreciate it.
Good work.
Yeah, Tigre, we appreciate you popping in.
Yeah, Brian is doing some really good work, man.
They had that classic movie clip there.
Yeah, what's going on in that video?
What is that
I think
from?
that's the same one. It's just this crazy B action like movie. It's known for like the most wild, like off the wall, campy shit. But they were trying to be serious, you know, and
Yeah.
not trying to be campy. It just happened to be. I forget what it was called.
It looks fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Nice trot.
Here we go. There's a final beat of the week. Thank you guys for pushing the our goal through so we could play all the beats of this week. That's really awesome. Here we go. Vargas. He's got those gritty drums. Damn, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. This shit's tight.
So many switch ups in that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. It was like,
Yeah. Left, right. I want to know, Vargas, were you at the store? Were you filming all the produce just going around?
Walking around. Who's that guy with the camera?
Yeah.
It's a beat battle. It's a beat challenge.
excuse me, sir. You can't record the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't record the produce. Why not? Sir, you can't do that.
Just try to get the beach.
Yeah. Well, hey, we did it
I'm
again,
upset
guys.
that I didn't put a beat in this week, man.
Yeah. Well, you were Cancooning it up, man.
Yeah, but when I picked the sample, because when I got the sample, I chopped it up really fast in Serato just to make sure it's not going to be something that like people are going to be like, "Fuck you, why'd you pick this sample?"
Yeah.
And so like I had the session created. I was like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to this. And I just never got back to it. You know, got it all.
You were busy barfing on a boat.
Yeah, man. Talk about puking over the side of the boat with waves hitting you in the face at the same time.
Yeah.
That's exhilarating.
Tell everybody the truth. He was on a yacht and he was like out there. He got too much champagne.
It was a catamaran, you know.
Yeah, he's on a catamaran.
It was like a Duran video. That's what was going on.
So on your on Instagram, I saw you went to Chichen Itza. How was that?
That was awesome. That was like the once in a lifetime thing. That was like marking off bucket list type shit right there. Like I had to do that. Not gonna lie, it was like I was the sweatiest motherfucker out there, but it was worth it. Yeah,
it's humid there, right?
Oh yeah, it's bad. Like I had my hat. I was telling my friends, I was like, man, this hat hasn't dried since the moment I stepped off the plane. It's just soaked in sweat. It's disgusting, but it was worth it. Definitely worth it. Can't complain, man.
I'm jealous.
When'd you get back?
I got back Tuesday night.
It's good to have you back, man.
Yeah, glad to be back on the grind, you know, but it was nice just to be able to turn off for a few days.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take a breather, and I'm going camping in a couple weeks. I'm just gonna sit in the woods and stare at a tree or a squirrel or something and think deeply about what I've done with my life.
You know how
you gonna kill things with sticks? Or are you gonna like, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat the
alpha
squirrels.
male thing going, you know?
Yeah. Rip the skin.
I'd love to see Alan hunt with a stick.
Yeah. Again? You mean again? Again? Hey, so I was just trying out the winner thing, and it said these people are not following, but they are following. Everyone's following. So our winner for this week for the Mixwell Care Package, thank you, Mixwell, for doing that, is Ellen Fines. And so Ellen Fines, when you see this, by all means, give me your information. You see my thing here for just DM me right here at IllAl, or you can DM at the Beatcast, either way on Instagram, and give me your address and the whatever size shirt you wear, and I'll get that over to Mixwell and they'll send it out to you. Thank you for watching and hanging out with us and supporting. Additionally, it's okay if you didn't win because we're all winners here. You still get a percentage off of any purchase store-wide at Mixwell. And I believe you use, and this might have been good for me to remember, but I believe it's
just start typing in codes.
I'm just like, what's the code again? It's Beatcast25 at checkout. I believe it's Beatcast25. Try the Beatcast25. Either way, write that down.
I was gonna do it the other day, but I forgot. I got
it's at mixwellworldwide.com. So you want to go to mixwellworldwide.com, site-wide, you're going to get a percentage off using Beatcast25 at checkout, which is actually a pretty good amount to get off. That's pretty nice. Additionally, if you're in Arizona and you're over at Grand Avenue Records and you're shopping only in store, not online, and you whisper like that, or
you have to do that.
Don't sound that pitiful. Don't sound. Do it with some gusto from across.
Say it with your chest.
And make eye contact. Make eye contact.
Make eye contact with
you
Coco.
Know what we need is when I was in Cancun at Chichen Itza, they had the Puma, I think, where they had the call for it.
Yeah,
it makes no.
Oh, we need like a thing that does it.
A hawk one where you do a call.
Yeah,
like a hawk whistle.
Okay, we're gonna have to get a hawk whistle. I mean, they screech, I think, but the caca is kind of funny. Why do they say caca? But you go to Grand Avenue Records on Grand Avenue, and anything you purchase, you get 10% off your purchase at checkout. But you got to say caca like that, and you should go dressed as a hawk if possible. Look at him and do that.
Yes. Yeah. And make eye contact.
There's eye contact.
Yeah. Zoom in.
You have to make eye contact.
You have to.
Yeah, Coco's a good guy, man. He'll chop it up with you, talk some music, talk records. He'll play records for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Stop in.
The store is amazing too. It's just the aesthetics, period. You know, it's a great place to just sit down in and just kind of hang out for a while, listen to some stuff.
And if you're over in that area, go next door to Trans Am Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
It's owned by Gabe. Gabe is
not a sponsor.
not a sponsor.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But Gabe gave me an opportunity to do my podcast the first time around.
And, that's true. You did do that in there. Yeah.
Yes. So I got to show love to Gabe, and Gabe will he'll put himself out there for us.
Yeah.
If asked and whatnot. He's a good dude. But not a sponsor, but
not a sponsor. Now,
support Grand Avenue locals.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us last time. Because I raid out. As we get done with these things. And last time I made a mistake. Not only did I raid too early, I raided former porn star Sasha Grey. But she's not a porn star anymore. She's doing her thing. She's playing video games. Sasha Grey is living her best life playing Elden Ring. And I did add a lot of people. Here we go. This time we're going to raid out to DJ Nice, which is going to be kind of cool. So I'm going to start that raid now. And if you want to go check out their stuff, feel free to do so. Any last words, guys, before we head out?
Yo. Peace and love to everybody who's creating. Keep creating. Shout out to John for doing everything you're doing. Shogun for showing up. Al for washing your ass once a week.
I have to.
Yeah. Of course, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
All right, man. You guys good? So everybody, if you can, in the chat, just put a whole bunch of cacas over and over again, and we're gonna raid DJ